Hello everyone, my name is Stefan Botanist Cool. Today I'm here with the Ace Attorney expert herself,
Katie.
So if you guys were watching yesterday's stream or doing Monster Hunter, we went down memory lane of the voices that I had voiced act in Ace Attorney because we were talking about Capcom games with Finn and voice acting and what have you. So I showed some of my old favorite voices during that stream, including William Shamspeare, of course, Van Zeek's Edgeworth and Herlock, Ouchie / Pain, etc. So, Kate, I gotta ask you, in your time voice acting with me in Ace Attorney, what have been your memorable voices that you're just like, I could do this voice? By the way,
I don't know about I could do, but Gina was a delight. By which I mean I can't do a Cockney accent to save my life, but I sure could try.
That's fair. Gina was a delight, 100%. God, I miss Toby the dog. And kinda Tobias, the murderous bastard. Oh, I have actually thought about like the whole thing when Tobias is like, yeah, listen, trust me, he's not going after you, you're good, Gina. When he's talking about the professor or whoever it was. Well, what was it at that time? Was it Professor? No. What was the murderer's alias or the organization called?
Which one?
Like Strongheart, Gregson, and a few other people were like part of this big organization that were killing off like people who were supposed to.
It's not the Reaper of the Bailey?
Yeah, the Reaper of the Bailey. There we go. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so like the Reaper was that. Just like, yeah, the Reaper's not coming after you. Like I keep thinking about that every once in a while. Like you were saying when you said like that has a different meaning when Gregson says it than anyone else saying it. And it's like, yeah, it makes sense. I like that, and it's a relationship that I really adored in the game, and at the same time, Gregson just kind of fucked up, baby.
Poor Gregson.
God, I want fish and chips now. All right, guys, let's get going. Hold on. Let me. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. You know, I'm gonna ask my roommate if he has cling wrap. That way I could eat that watermelon. I too kind of want that watermelon now. I got a fresh watermelon. My folks drove around. They came by eventually. They gave me fresh watermelon. They bought off a farm, and it's like, ooh, kind of wanna.
This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep?
Nope. Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh my God, same here, Apollo.
It's me.
It's me too. I legitimately go to bed around 1 a.m. and then I wake up typically around 7 because I don't know, I do. But my alarm's always at 8 because I go into work at 9. But it's just like I could go into work early and I could get that overtime to make sure that I didn't miss the what do you call it? But nope, I'll just be late. It's okay.
Oh, what time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
It's only 2 hours, Apollo.
It's not a lot.
But at least you have me.
And me.
And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Oh damn, that's pretty close.
Here's looking at you, kid.
I really adore Mr. Hat. I like him a lot. He is so fun. I think that's such a clever trick, like a little magic trick here, or like amazing contraption. Like, this is so clever. I love Mr. Hat. Like she doesn't need her magic panties. She just needs Mr. Hat. And I love him so much. Look how dopey he looks. Look at his beautiful mustache and his concerned face he has. I wonder if he actually has like different faces drawn onto him at different times.
No, it's always that face.
Damn it. All right. But it's so... I fucking love Mr. Hat so much. Oh, it's probably me. Good luck, Apollo. That voice. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Right! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow, the place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know... Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess. Oh, is it him?
How about Little Plum?
That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
That's every, like, fucking, like, 1990s movie with, like, a single dad. I was like, Dad, when are we getting a new mom? You know what I'm saying? It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. I was thinking about getting you a new father. Let me call Edgeworth real quick.
That's what you meant. For a second, I thought you meant he was just gonna drop her.
No! No, he's just gonna marry Edgeworth.
No, I get it, but that's why I laughed so hard, is it sounded like he was just gonna be like, you're getting a new dad, I'm done with you. I can only take this joke so many times, Juicy.
See, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. What do you mean? So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecutor's witness is?
I guess Apollo came from one of those, like, don't joke with your parents family.
Yeah. Alita Tiala, your client's fiance. She's going to be a witness?
That seems odd. Would she testify against her own fiance?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I've got my clothing. We can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
We're good. We'll find the killer.
That's right, my ass is about to commit a murder.
Is that what they call farts nowadays?
Oh my god.
Order is now in session for the trial of walkie-talkie. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Fuck. I forgot his voice again.
It's fine, just do whatever.
No, I want to give him a voice. I want to give him an actual voice.
Give him anything. It's fine.
Hey, prosecution! No.
I'll even put up with it.
No, don't do that. Let me see. His brother spoke like this a bit and was quite formal, and I said a little bit more rock and roll and a little down and a little bit more rock and rolly. Okay, prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. Well, yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party.
Guilty of panty snatching.
We did find one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct there, Judge. And today I'd like to do something just a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? Oh, come on. You're a judge. You've had to officiate a wedding or two. Come on, bud.
He's old. Leave him alone. He's so old.
He's so ancient. He hasn't changed since the Ace Attorney Chronicles game. I do remember the one time we got a different judge in the original trilogy. It was just him, like, reskinned or something, basically. Or it looked very similar.
Yeah, it was like his brother or something.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, here's my twin brother who also is a judge, and it's just great. Let me take a quick drink of water, 1 second. There we go. Got a sippy. There we go. His fiance, our judge, his partner for life, and no chance for parole. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fräulein.
Alida Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
And past murderer. Traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Judge, that's why I got my master's degree in underwater basket weaving.
But blindfolded.
Fuck, good point. I would make a horrible bride. I'm so sorry to everyone who wanted me to be their bride. I'm gonna make a really shit bride.
Damn.
You're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. But I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait. Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Wakakataki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Maki found out that Dr. Maracus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
So the pistol did belong to the Kataki family then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at Kataki Mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? This has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Oh no.
Yeah, a quiz for all the followers in the chat.
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifle marks.
Rifling marks.
Think of them as being the gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires.
It is. The crowd goes wild.
Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining on it today. I hope you all had a good one. Y'all stay safe, stay Botanist Cool, and we'll see you.
Oh my god, he said the thing.
He said the thing. Roll credits. And when did you first hear about Waki's plans?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. Just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Oh right, there's the fucking bracelet up there that's like super psychic kinetic or whatever with magnets. That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, everyone in the family had received their checkup results that day. When Maki looked at his face went so pale.
But of course he had just found out he had a bullet inside his chest. So you were there at the time?
Yes, poor Waki.
That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but I performed without complaints.
Waki's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. So, is it easy to take a pistol from outside that from out of the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Waki's a special case, being next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, huh?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthday. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
What?
I want the chocolate gravestone.
This just brought back like a core memory of when I was a kid. Like we had these like crayons that were actually gum. So I just like would eat these crayons because they were gum, and I was just like, nom nom nom.
I can't wait. So when did you bite into a real crayon? By accident. It had to have happened at least once.
I don't think I ever did it by accident.
Huh.
On purpose, probably, but. Oh. Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Walkie has access to the pistol. What happened, meaning the murder?
I tried to stop him. I really did. But Walkie wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. How can you say that for certain? How? Herr Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Walkie, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, ja? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? Yeah. Based on his testimony, there was clearly one person who had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court, who was this? Oh, fuck. I want to see Alita. Well, of course. I mean, you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that the lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. I've heard people doing strange things for love, but this... It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. Damn, you gotta step up your game, Judge. I'd hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
Know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at Maricatus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written in the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. What is your name on this chart? You guys think she's a little suspicious? Out of curiosity. Is that the face of a suspicious person? Nah. She's innocent.
She's cute, though.
Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit.
She went full Azula at this point. Like she's legit just trying to be like Azula for a second.
That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't now.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. I embrace the ones I love. Past flaws and...
Love you, Judge.
There's no connection now. That doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly.
She's one tough nut. He probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Mercatus Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Those evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Mercatus Clinic.
These sandals were found in the Mercatus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
Oh, what's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you're unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow.
This one thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals are found at the entrance of the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well, the witness will tell us about the visit. Why did you go to the Mercatus Clinic that day?
I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew what Walkie had the pistol. Doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
Really?
I just wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend.
No dark secrets like a bullet inside the case?
By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about the defendant. The botched operation.
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know.
That does make sense.
Yes, but there's still one thing which does not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
These sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, Shaw. Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home.
I would have worn these sandals home too.
So why were these sandals left behind? Ah, he pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you... Sorry. There happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Jaw forehead? Oh, what the? No fair! He's filling the holes in her testimony.
Let us now begin the cross-examination.
Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Mercatus in half a year?
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day?
Did you want Dr. Mercatus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Walkie. I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
I just choked on air for a second. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? That was proven by this mirror yesterday, Jean.
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor.
You mean that act of malpractice on Walkie, correct?
If I had just told Walkie the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course if he'd told him. He might have been erased by the Katakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought.
We know the Mercatus clinic had ties to the Kataki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him.
Yes, you are! No, no dark secrets, eh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind.
Murder. But then you'd be betraying Walkie, wouldn't you?
No, I did it for him. For us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, Jean.
I didn't want them to take my Walkie away.
There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at the clinic, and fast. Okay, so I'm gonna press with the bullet here. Because that's literally something that was hidden in a dark place. And I feel like this game is a little on the nose with that.
Oof.
Nope! No! I guess I have to prove she had the gun first. Okay.
I think I know what it is, but
I knew Walkie had the pistol. The bullet could be presented here. Let me see what evidence I've got real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's a date here that's like after January, and there's not.
I mean,
Time to make some educated guesses. Alright, I am
we're
going...
getting to that point of Ace Attorney.
Yeah, it happens. At least once or twice in every case, right?
I have some suggestions as well, but you go nuts.
Nope, not it. To warn him. So the thing is, I could have. I kind of want to prove she wasn't there by using the sandal or the flippers or the slippers, whatever they're called. But there's nothing here that lets me contradict with the sandals. Because, like, the sandals, I could use it as kind of, oh, you were there at that place. Actually, let's take a look at this. Nope. Nothing there. I'm gonna present the... Nope. Oh, it's this moment now.
Yep, let me know if you want.
Is there any proof on here? Can I use the fingerprint thing on this, guys, and find out which gun it's related to?
No.
Is there a lipstick stain on there? Yeah, I'll take a hint.
So I think what you need to do is answer the question of why she might have really been there with her shady business.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess.
No.
Yeah, why she would have been there.
Murder. Thing is, I presented the bullet there, which is also murder. But, oh, wrong button. I presented the bullet there, which is also like goes for the murder. But at the same time, I could just do Walkie's chart again. Maybe she's trying to get this. Oh, fair enough.
That's what I thought.
This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes.
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it is, don't you?
Mind filling me in?
Dr. Mercatus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Better doctor. This is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filled out this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation.
Interesting.
You're in the same position as Dr. Mercatus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connections, doesn't it?
You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. Doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
The chart seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Too bad, little Tony.
A Sharingan. I bracelet's reacting again.
What is it, Apollo?
I felt my bracelet tighten just now.
Your bracelet?
Just like yesterday, like you said, when a witness is unsure of something, their nervousness habits gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Huh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
But, RCRD Cat, yes, the blind playthrough is going amazingly, and we're about to go full Sharingan in a second. I don't know about that, Juicy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Ms. Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses.
And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. What the fuck is up with this bracelet? This bracelet legitimately pisses me off. Like, why is this bracelet so fucking important? Like, this is... See, here's the thing. I could excuse it if he just had, like, fucking, like, really good eyesight. And, like, it was just his face up there, and it's like, oh, I'm looking really hard. I could excuse that. Okay, sure. He has a good perception. He has a really high perception score. He has a plus 10 in it. He rolls in that 20 every time. Cool with that. But this fucking bracelet fucking going like boom, 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 every fucking time he perceives something, no. Hey, Mitchell, it's going very well.
It's very funny that the bracelet, you will find out, actually makes quite a lot of sense. I know it's frustrating now, but also that we have spirit channeling in this universe, but it's this bracelet that breaks you.
Spirit channeling makes sense, okay? Compared to this fucking bracelet, at least spirit channeling was set up.
And you're gonna get the explanation, and you're gonna be like, okay.
My honest goodness guess is Phoenix right? Is just like pressing a button and the bracelet vibrates because he put like a little like a vibrator thing in there.
There's no button involved.
There's no button, so there's a lever.
No lever involved.
Then there's a switch.
There's no switch involved except for anyone that you happen to be playing this on.
Alright, going good, Mitchell. How are you, bud? It makes sense later. RC says it makes sense later. Okay.
Right? This is actually one of the like things that makes the most sense. Believe it or not.
Out of curiosity, will it make sense later, as in at the end of the fucking game, or like soon?
I don't remember when they officially explain it. It might get officially explained towards the end of the game, but for reasons. Like, it's not just total BS reasons.
Is this because he was like a prince or something?
No, his prince backstory wasn't written yet.
Okay. I know very vague things about the future because I've heard Katie complain about him sometimes, or rather, not complain, but go extremely in depth of how things could have been written better. Let's go perceive.
You know my feelings on this.
I do. Nothing on her mouth or eyes. I'm gonna go for her hands. So her hands aren't switching. Her thumbs are in the same place. Check her pinkies, I guess. Oh! Damn, I saw that? Okay. Why go to a clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Miss Tiala, you have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
Well, what?
Why would you tell her this? You could use this for, like, your future shit. Like, what the hell?
Well, because he's about to substantiate whatever the hell he's about to say.
Yeah, fair enough. She was unsure, I saw it. How many fingers does she have? Hold on. Alright, she has the right amount of fingers. It just looks really weird. It just looks really weird. It looked like she had like 6 fingers on a hand for a second. I was like, wait, what's going on? The chart wasn't part of your past. It's a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed.
Eh?
Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got on the ropes. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use in trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because... I mean, I would assume it's her name. I would assume it's her name's a threat because she was marrying him.
There's a... Why did it become a threat now is the question. Why was she not concerned about this up until right now?
Because Walker's gonna die soon. I can't... Am I just missing a very obvious connection?
No, you got it. You just gotta choose the right evidence.
Because Walker's about to die because...
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
Brain of a toad. Ribbit? I mean, Ack, I can't lose this now! One more try! It became a threat because of... Nope. God, this is so fucking psychedelic. Jesus Christ.
You're drawn in. You can't pay attention. The court record. It's crying. But the swirl is so beautiful.
It's gonna give me a fucking headache. Alright, let's see. I gotta figure this out fast so I don't get this headache. Oh.
Yeah.
A health check report belonging to the defendant. The Kentuckys are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Eh? Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself because you were afraid. You knew about what Rocky's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year has passed since that operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to haunt you. Thank you, the fucking psychedelic colors are gone. That's all, Your Honor.
What? What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying?
I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool.
Do you want to get dinner later?
Her forehead, I have a reservation for 2 at a fancy steak place later.
In a DLC case, he actually says that. He's like, let me take you out to dinner.
Oh my god. So it seems the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Mercatus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Kataki's got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
You guessed it.
Order!
I did it. I just broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you.
Wait,
Miss Tiala.
it's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home.
It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us? This is clear, yet it's not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination.
Ah, so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Save. How did Dr. Mercatus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky even. He wouldn't be scared to learn a Kataki was after them.
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation here just yesterday, here, in this courtroom.
Yeah, real impressed with the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers.
Sounds like the judge had a fright.
Nothing happened in the Mercatus Clinic that day, huh?
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at the clinic, and fast. Alright, so my musings on this are I have two things. Either one, the bullet, or 2, this lamp, because it has a lipstick stain on it.
I don't know if we can see lipstick on her sprite, but...
No, her lips look very, like, pale, but that's the thing. Like, her lips look pale, but that's definitely lipstick. And unless Waki Kataki's wearing it...
woman in the office.
Again?
And she's the only woman in the office.
To our knowledge, yeah.
We know 2 people there.
Yeah, 2 whole people. You say nothing happened at the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay.
Girl, you don't know what clay looks like.
She is halfway across the courtroom.
Yeah, fair enough.
Kinda like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the Mercatus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Enough of the joking around. The police investigated that clinic. But this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe.
I guess the police didn't check that far.
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? Weren't you the one who explained the riffling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kataki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Air Forehead. Want to go for dinner later?
Right? This is why, like, objectively, Clavier, best prosecutor. Like, you can love Edgeworth. Objectively, Clavier is, like, the easiest ride. You go against Clavier and you're like, thank God.
He's actually the prosecutor who wants, like, actual justice and, like, seems to actually want the result to be, like, the correct result, while in the beginning, Edgeworth didn't, and I don't know about the next one's coming up, but I don't know. They probably don't in the same way.
He's just the nicest of any of them. He's really nice.
He's a good
He's
guy.
Really nice to us.
He holds our hand and he carries the judge back to his chambers.
And he's a rock star.
And he's a rock star.
Rides a motorcycle.
Fucking cool motorcycle.
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately.
30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rivet marks on both bullets are identical.
Whoa, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position.
The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in the office on that day, and at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe, which contained the top-secret medical chart.
Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Mercatus in order to open the safe?
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness?
Alita Tiala knew about Wakikataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination?
What?
That reminds me. Apparently the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money, a fortune if you will.
Nefarious if she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune.
Ooh. I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna punch you!
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
He's just... Listen, he's not thinking with his head. He's pulling the same thing Feeney pulled.
Heart. Okay.
He's pulling the same shit Feeney pulled.
Yeah, so have a heart.
I don't have a heart for Feeney either. Both Feeney and Walkie deserve to get slapped.
Come on. Guy's got a bullet in his chest. Give him some slack.
No!
Yeah.
What was his voice again? Like kind of gangster, high-pitched anime boy voice. I'm Naruto. You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot the doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too. There in that park. Walkie. It's cool, doctor. Keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll.
Miss Tiala!
I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny?
Walkie, wake up and smell reality.
Alita, baby!
The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious.
All you need to do is shut up and let him take the fall. This is even dumber, actually. No. Walkie's an idiot, but he's not good-hearted. He's a genuine idiot, right? He's genuine in his idiocracy, and he's a fucking idiot. Her, she's being an idiot to be an idiot. Like, what the fuck is up in her head where she's like, yeah, the one person defending me right now who's going to take the brunt of everything and get put into jail, then I just take his fortune. Let's tell him not to support me. Come on. Where's the girl boss in this? Where's the gaslight?
Even for a brainless, spoiled brat at such as yourself.
Alina! Your honesty's like a fresh of foul air, Fräulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So the family fortune is what you're really after.
That's right, I wanted the money.
No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that!
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me.
Accuse. Oh.
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that rat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
So I think the reason she came clean is so she could outright accuse Walkie.
Fair enough.
Because no one was gonna take Walkie seriously.
Yeah, you know, that's a fair point. But still, like, I feel like she would have been better had she would have a cleaner ability to. She would have the bigger ability to act had she just let Walkie do this thing. Like, I get that this is a gamble, and I see where her gamble's coming from now that you say that, but I think it's like the riskier, the riskier with the least reward.
I think she saw that like she was on the rope for something.
Yeah.
So she was gonna try and
get the least amount of something. Tell a little bit of truth so the lie doesn't get out.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Trucy?
You had the most to lose if the chart was found.
I didn't have a pistol now, did I?
Well, you could have taken Walkie's.
I think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say was, it was me, I shot him.
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude on this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly the Fräulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Oh.
You see, the chart wouldn't have been left in that safe.
Yeah.
He's right.
Stiola,
Yes.
clear at this court that you are not a very good fiancé.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Right this time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and the whereabouts on that day.
Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Mercatus Clinic on the day of the crime.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
Wait, how do you know that?
He was watching the thing, I guess.
Yeah.
You went back later.
That chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it, that's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting later today, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
Ah, that was you?
Oh, Apollo, that sound. It came from behind the store.
Someone's in there. You're breaking. They left through that window. So you were the burglar.
That was you two. If only I'd had one more minute. I could have opened the safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing and brazen at that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
Indicators of justice, your cross-examination.
Committing the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Why that day?
But Brett was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And the chart would become evidence. I'd be hung out to dry.
But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was at the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, Ja? Kinda thankful for the sloppiness myself, actually. Later?
When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you and that meddling kid.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
You just gotta give Trucy the Scooby-Doo voice now.
But why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It's clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it.
Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on the chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him.
But you could have stolen it.
Could have. Is this some new definition of proof?
We'll ask Guaki, he'll tell us. Want to remind you this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. He's right, isn't he? Yeah, but,
But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that Brett was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further?
Doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple.
Yes, we heard a testimony on this yesterday. Time of the shooting. The witness was standing here.
Wait, wasn't he at the garage? At the garbage can?
Just before the gun
Yeah.
was fired, he shouted and turned his head to look and was shot.
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Right, there you go. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he had been standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. Mr. Stickler shot it from this location, the bullet couldn't have hit his right temple.
Silly, silly attorney.
What?
You remember what you had for breakfast that morning?
Do you remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast.
What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken. Then why don't you show us, Air Forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness panties guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? In what location did the killer shoot the victim?
Wait, if the witness was standing there,
You gotta shoot the victim in the right temple. I merely laid out the facts for us. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Walkie-talkie was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Stickler was at the witness mark. And of course, Palmer Caddis was at the victim mark.
did you hear the defense has to say? Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim?
As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point, but I know why. The real killer shot from a different area entirely.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Let me see something real quick. Okay. Can I zoom in on this real quick? No gunshot in here, but it is.
Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did this killer shoot the victim from?
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Huh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? What if they were a bit more terrifying? Ah! You can't make that choice!
You
Like
can't.
so.
Listen to that rock. Listen to that rock guitar.
Double penalty.
If Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction, then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time.
Are you sure, Apollo?
The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, we would know where he stood. And the victim turned when he shouted. There's only one place the killer could have been. Inside the car. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look at his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple.
Oh no!
Oh, yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right towards the noodle stand.
Order, order, order! Sir, you're certain. The killer was inside the noodle stand.
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Mercatus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
There's something we should be worried about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about that proof, baby. Show us the evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? We took a cast, didn't we? Yeah. I've got it right here.
Intriguing. Let's see what you got. Show us the proof that someone was hiding inside the noodle stand.
The Mercatus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof that you were inside that noodle stand. Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene? Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. The park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on the cobblestone path. Yet you still cannot say that this is a footprint, Jean. Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with tools of noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there.
You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence.
The bowls.
In order to make room for the stand, some things would have to be...
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have fit in that stand?
I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear the space in that stand. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldon's noodle stand.
Yes, what about it?
We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Mercatus Clinic.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic.
Mr. Eldon was clear about these bowls.
Well, I don't care who did it. Without the stand, I'm finished.
Oh fuck, I don't remember his voice. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was a space inside that noodle stand, a space created at the Mercatus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala.
Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
Oh, fuck. Now I feel a little bad for Waki. Now I feel just a tad sad for him. Like, kicking him while he's down is mean. Don't get me wrong, I would just kick him, but like kicking him when he's down is mean.
I'll have to remind the witness of her current status. The court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. Witness has both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Mercatus.
More fairy tale. This whole trial's fairy tale.
Then please pull us back down the reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
This is it. Why was Dr. Mercatus pulling the stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside of it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. I'm gonna use the Sharingan one more time, I bet you.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me.
It's almost like you're engaged to their son.
I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. I told you I'm using a Sharingan. I'm waiting I'm gonna wait for that thing to... Oh, wow, that was fast. Oh, it's on all of them. So I have to check every one of these.
Yeah, they do a good job of not making it OP.
So we know her nervous tick is her ring, so... Let's proceed here.
Well, it was her... I don't know if that's actually always her nervous tick, but...
I'm gonna check in case she does it again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't remember. But I think it might be possible for them to switch ticks.
I wouldn't be surprised, because, like, she did switch personalities, basically.
And also, like, she moved the ring because it had to do with her marriage. Like, it's a subconscious tie. But I don't remember if it could be the ring again. I honestly don't remember.
Okay, it's definitely a new one then. Unless I can still press her for more information. I'm gonna do that. So you did go to steal that chart.
Are you listening? I said I asked him for it.
The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have coerced him.
True, it would have been possible without True, it would have been impossible without a pistol. Wow, sexist much. What if she did have a pistol?
I'll admit I wanted the chart. That much is true. My reason was simple.
Can you see the nervous ticks from without perceiving, like in the normal sprite?
No.
Damn it. Okay. So I was gonna go through that a little bit.
Do you remember this was on the DS with more pixelated art? Right. It would have been impossible.
So they would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say.
Not only that, if the Katakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with Dr. Maractus now, pulling that great noodle stand in the sky.
It seems our witness was in a fix as well.
Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand?
When I die, it will be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of the magic act.
Honestly, that's a good way to go. Actually,
this
you know
my
what?
Goal.
That's a good fucking way to go. I'm gonna say if there is any way to go and you can control it like that, that's a good way to fucking go. Could we be a little less morbid, please?
So you see, I needed that chart.
He didn't understand.
He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought, what a sad excuse for a man.
Please don't smile like that anymore, it's creepy.
He was practically delusional.
They sent you?
He thought the Katakis had sent me to get the chart.
It makes some sense. You are their son's fiance.
Don't make me laugh. The Katakis sent me. They don't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise.
If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there?
How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went, I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go look for a killer someplace else, alright?
Do I have uncertainty there? This is my last chance. I'm gonna perceive that statement. That's the one I was thinking about perceiving.
Apollo, any word from your bracelet?
Yeah, actually, I felt it respond.
I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo.
Time to perceive the truth. Here comes justice. Does it actually like respond to the right one? I'm just kind of curious.
No, you can just sort of tell that it's time to use it somewhere.
So the response is basically fluff at this point.
No, the response lets you know that bracelet is somewhere. Because you won't always have bracelet.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. That was a little something.
Oh.
Oh my god, this fucking background again. All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My Twitch? What are you talking about? I only stream on YouTube.
I was about to make that same joke. I was about to make that same joke. Speaking of YouTube, guys, if you want to check out all these previous videos from this, go subscribe to my YouTube, please and thank you. Panda, welcome on in. Thank you for the three watch streak. I appreciate it. I was literally about to make the same fucking joke. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around your scarf.
What? What?
This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
It seems when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Oh, is she wearing a scarf because she got a neck injury? Seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone's trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in that Mercatus office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. The problem is, I'm not sure if it's the lamp or if it's the bullet. The lamp has lipstick on it. She's not wearing lipstick. Look at that lipstick. And it's broken in here. That is clearly lipstick.
What's that?
Let's go! Guys, I am the best ace attorney out there. Always got it hole in one, baby. Never had a single penalty. Ignore the 3 I currently have. And the multiple times I reloaded today already. You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken and there's a red splotch on the cord.
Eh?
Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out. This is talking in circles nonsense is killing me.
This background in circles nonsense is killing me too. Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Thank you. I can stop dealing with that red and purple background. It literally drives me, like, that gives me a headache.
I think it's like very smooth.
It's smooth, but the colors just actually bother me.
Yeah, it's perfect colors.
This trial is to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting, as soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm a unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing.
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No. No!
I see we're gonna see like a mark there. I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Yeah. Your neck.
Your neck, that isn't what I think it is.
Something did happen that night at the Mercatus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it.
But wait! We'll get this lamp in the witness's neck.
But very much the opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Mercatus and he attacked you. That's what happened the night of the Mercatus Clinic.
Cool.
Her fucking
I
like
just don't want to scream.
yeah, her brooch thing was flapping its wings. That was kind of funny.
Order, order, order. Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus.
Yeah, that's a warning, all right. That's a fucking warning.
That's a warning, right?
That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
Fuck, what is his voice?
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you could save your own skin.
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want some company, you!
And what happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Then
I just realized what his name pun is. I forget if we've said it before. Pal Maractus. It's malpractice.
Oh!
God darn it.
That's so good.
How did I not see that?
No clue. That happens though. That happens. Yes, let's continue.
It's definitely what the pun was the whole time.
he really tried to strangle me.
RC says they didn't see it either.
I must have blacked out.
Let me... Malpractice. That's fucking funny. So his name is Pal Maractus. If it's practice, Maractus. That makes the name so much easier to fucking say, actually. We've been struggling with this name for so fucking long. Now we know it's malpractice. It's Pal Maractus. That's so much easier to say. Holy shit. That name pun is...
I was starting to saying it that because I was thinking like miraculous, so I think I was starting to say it like that anyways, but...
Yeah, you did say miraculous. Oh my
incredible.
God. Mitchell says that's one of the best name puns too. And I agree. It's a good name pun.
Better than Died Man. Thank you, investigations.
Is it better than Shelly the Killer?
Come on, man. Chili the Killer.
I always think of Pokemon Maractus, the cactus from Gen 5. Ah. Well, now it's Practice. Now it's Pal Maractus.
So you were the victim.
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up.
Alita Tiala is an anagram. Walkie's is pretty good too. Yeah.
There, are you happy now?
Uh,
I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck onto that noodle stand? But how could I?
ah!
His stupid little face.
I know.
It's been a while.
One thing is clear. We now know that it really happened at the Mercatus Clinic. Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility in the events of that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim. One free shooting's okay. You're good. This court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her?
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well, this finishes the cross-examination of this.
Oh shit, alright. Not so fast, this party's just getting started. Now we rock! What? Those spikes in your head are softer than they look, or do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Prosecutor Gavin!
Palmaractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There's more we don't know.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it wasn't... What if it was her in that noodle stand?
Alita Tiala, half dead, Palmaractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true?
He tried to hide the body and transport it somewhere by stealing the noodle stand to put her in it. So she woke up, got the pistol, shot him in the head.
We might have already figured out what truly happened on that night.
No, I didn't. Sorry, Trucy. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin.
Me, Fräulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's get back to what we learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie. So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then something happened.
Sounds like I figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He just had strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime?
Pretty crappy doctor to not
I know,
realize
like, do you
that
not check the fucking pulse?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, therefore, I had care to guess.
What was just what did Mr. Mercado assume?
Maybe he did think he killed Lady Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldon's noodle stand.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand.
It wasn't so random. Remember, all the bowls in the clinic foyer? Bowls that belong inside the stand. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That the stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place.
Ah, wait, you don't mean...
I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse.
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Then let's think about it. Logically, the doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run up to but the defendant, Waki Kataki? I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head in the direction to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Wow, she's really... Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Mercado was headed with the stand.
Is that a hole?
I don't think so. It's hard to tell.
Oh, there's a river.
Yeah.
There, that's a river!
Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
You didn't have many other options, Fräulein. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler of panty snatching fame walks up. He does look like he has the face of someone who would, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, Ace Attorney character sprites always good for what they are.
Yeah. Seeing the two men, he shouts in that instant. That's so funny.
So, I shot him.
You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you.
Oh, Miss Tiala.
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I think been a fine job beating up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook.
You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park?
Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows aware of it.
Aware of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one to point out Air Forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fräulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car?
That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
Which side? A green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
It's when we find our victim without probable cause to steal the stand. And our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
What an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong.
Eh?
Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten about that. He walked it off so easily as if it was a normal Tuesday. Now that I think about it, he's walked off a lot of injuries like it's a normal Tuesday.
A lot.
Afterwards, he drove back to that garage and ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car?
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No! You gotta bring the panties back in, man. It was in the tailpipe.
Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why did Mr. Miraculous use the car to carry the body?
Is that a grown-up surrender I hear? Some advice? Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
Well, even you're just being like, buddy, don't even worry about it. I've already know how you're gonna fight with me. I just want to play. I just want to. It's just out here,
I'm just here to have a good time.
I'm here to have a good time. Let me help you out. You seem to be stressing, bud.
Yeah. Gavin here is the actual teacher for Apollo.
Right? Phoenix is just out here doing nothing. He's out here causing problems.
Phoenix is, yeah, exactly. Everything I've learned.
Mr. Justice, this is a contradiction cast out in your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain what happened that night.
Clavier is just, oh, I'm here to make sure you win. I just want to have some fun. Let's save this. I really think it didn't run, and I think it didn't run because the panties were stuffed into the tailpipe. Because he stole the stand. He carried the body in the car? What does that mean? He did put the body?
He actually dumped the... I think it means like, oh, you're right, he totally used the car.
Okay. I have an idea. It's all coming together.
Penalty!
That night, Dr. Miraculous couldn't use his car.
Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple.
If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night.
I can't believe this one weird dude changed the entire course of this thing. Like,
this is proof why the car broke down that night. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
what? Oh, wrong one. Wrong set of panties. I did the wrong panties. That was the one found in the garbage can.
Let's see now. Pantries again.
This time the right ones. I know we presented the wrong ones. All sort of things come out of them. Even the truth.
Apparently.
She's just like unimpressed.
It's just like, why has my life come down to this? I had such a good plan. Another crime was committed the night of the... Yes, we know! We know about this. It's caught in the act. I love the dog though. The dog is so fucking cute. Look at that dog in the back. That
Look at
dog.
that dog. Look at that dog.
Look at the puppy. Such a good boy.
Such a good boy.
A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties better before running. Can I pet that dog? I know, right? Perhaps someone in the court remembers where he hid them.
Why weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
Look at how proud he is. He's like, he paid attention to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So were you here investigating?
Now I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe it could break from just that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
My, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher stuck into the Maractus garage. This kid actually listens to me. Maybe he's not that bad. Exactly. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What?
That's why Dr. Maractus had to use a noodle stand. It was the closest thing he could think of.
Fucking get that guitar riff, baby. Let's go. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps up your doubts quite nicely, I think.
So it does.
Oh, no epic meltdown.
Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. The pain, my throat's burning.
What is your problem? You, Doc, I know what you did.
Walkie?
You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man.
Wait, let me explain.
Fine, I'll give you your last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him.
Jesus, I like you, Joe.
Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. You went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No. My biggest mistake
Was hiring us.
was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Huh?
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
I feel as deflated as C's does right now, I'm not gonna lie.
To be fair, it's a pretty bad sounding agency.
That is true.
We've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how's Miss Alita Tiala doing?
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who's just lost.
I think he already knew. He figured it out that she was the killer a while ago. Some advice? Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. We only did this 10 seconds ago. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, forehead.
Looks like it's time to announce a verdict.
Yay! Hands in his pants.
I know. Like in his back pocket specifically, it's so fucking like.
Court is adjourned.
It's so.
Yeah. Great job, Apollo. You did it.
Yeah, we did somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be.
Free to commit more murders.
He hasn't committed a single one.
Hey, attorney man, you gonna pay for what you did to my Alita Holmes?
More to blame, I guess.
You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy-haired attorney with that death wish. Oh. Enough, Walkie. Ah, Mr. Kataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help him out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. Eh, what's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? Probably to get him actual medical care. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
She doesn't mean... You aren't really, are you? I searched the globe and I found one. A doctor could take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Oh, he has eyes? Those are just his eyebrows? Holy shit!
I was waiting for that sprite reveal.
That's his eyebrows?
Funny as hell.
His eyebrows. I thought they put it there just I thought they were just like doing this artistically. He has these huge eyebrows and tiny little eyes.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be like, oh, he's so dark you can't even see his eyes. And then at the end they pull this. It's great.
Oh my God.
I love Ace Attorney character sprites so much.
It's so funny. I love it. He actually looks like a caring dad right now, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's just the funniest shit. Panda's like, what? Panda's just like, what? What happened? Oh my God. Dad! Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for...
Walkie?
Listen good, old man. One day, I'm going to take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
My, Walkie.
No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki. I like him more without the. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. Really? This is a lot more comforting, bud. I'm glad I've met you, but not so good with words. But I know professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of the latest Okataki lime pie. It's up in the pie shop. So long.
Breaking in the millions with the pies.
It's not a pie, it's a bomb. It's from a bomb factory. And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo.
Can we get paid at least?
It's the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work for your agency?
Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Huh? Why? She did help me out. And there's a few questions still needed answering. Like this power of mine that she showed me. In my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. My god, my eyes. There was a pie shop. They just do bullet and bomb special orders. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, Salty Noodle's right. He's got his stand back already.
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
I want to see this come out because I want to see how that hat gets on his head. Okay, he takes it off. All right.
Yeah, he takes it right off her head.
Yeah, because I couldn't see it because it was so fast.
Yeah.
So it's like, does he come out and does he like come out behind her and like gets it on his head by coming out behind her, like attached to the neck?
I want to say, we get to see younger Trucy at some point, and her animations then are adorable.
Okay.
As well. Oh, it's special, all right.
Please, anything but him. He's the better option for her magic trips, Apollo. Oh my god. Save her current progress? Yes.
No, I think I'll do this trial a second time.
Well, that is return to games menu, thank you. That is the second chapter of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. And how many chapters are in this game? There's 4 chapters? Oh yeah, there's just...
let me see. There's 4 or 5.
Well, I'm looking at the bottom now. There seems to only be 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like that guy right here.
That is standard for Ace Attorney, I think.
It looks like the guy next to Phoenix is the ex-Benedict from fucking... It looks like ex-Benedict from from Ace Attorney Great Britain.
Which guy?
The guy in the yellow hat?
Oh, yeah.
He looks like ex-Benedict.
I think that's just we have a bad angle on him.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to see that in the future. Everyone, if you're watching, first and foremost, this will be up on YouTube later on. If you haven't seen all the other episodes of us doing this on YouTube before, go see them. We have the original Ace Attorney trilogy, the Ace Attorney Chronicles duet, and we're doing this trilogy. And eventually, we're going to be doing the second duology of the Ace Attorney franchise, Investigations.
Investigations is pretty good.
I'm excited for it.
And then we say goodbye to Shu Takumi.
Until Ace Attorney 7. It's not
That'd
happening.
be wild if they brought him back.
What if they come out with like Investigations, but you're playing as Emma Skye the entire time?
It's a possibility. Emma makes an appearance in Investigations.
She does?
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching this on YouTube. Y'all stay safe, stay Botanist Cool, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.